Hello, I'm Briana, and welcome to my life on paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. Also, welcome to a new hop called Whatever the Weather. It's a monthly YouTube hop with the scrapbooking photographer Lynda. I'm also playing along with Mad About Mini paper pads, where we use our paper pads that are less than 12 by 12 to make a layout. I'm also playing along with Off the Board with pineapple papers. Today is Saturday, and the prompt this month for Saturdays with Off the Board is scrap lift, and I am scrap lifting LB Scrap 63, and if I can find information, I will list that below. All right, so as far as my weather goes, I might be stretching this a little bit, but it was raining the day we were outside at this concert. It was a cover band. It was like Lady Gaga mixed with Queen. It was very cool, but they didn't get many songs in, and they had to cancel because of the weather. But there are pictures of us sitting out in the rain, um, and that's what I am scrap booking for this weather um, layout today. So when I picked this uh, scrap lift that I'm going to do, I knew I was going to use a mini paper pad, but I didn't realize about the background. So I do go ahead and I try using my scissors. And then I figure out, I've done this like 3 times in a row, you can just fold it in half to get your line. So I cut it because it won't fit in your trimmer. I've done that several times too, trying to cut it. And it's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. It overlaps a little bit. It won't be exactly 12 by 12. And I used washi to kind of seam them together. I have seen other people use cardstock to kind of reinforce that. This will go inside a page protector. I'm not too worried. So this will do the trick. And then the other thing is it's going to have like cardstock and different papers going on the front of it. So it will be nice and secure. I have to apologize again. I really thought I had my ring light figured out, which holds my phone. And you could tell at the beginning of the video, it just like slipped. And then I don't notice it right away. So I will get this straightened out, but you're going to miss the bottom of the layout for a little bit. And this is like the third video that has happened. So I'm very frustrated and I apologize. The purple paper I'm using is by Paper Studio. It's an 8 by 8 pad, and it's just not my favorite. I think I got it when I didn't have so many littler any mini paper pads, so it was something that it's and I like color, so it's in a whole bunch of different shades in white. And anyway, so I'm using 2 pieces of that paper so that I'm going to overlap, and you won't see the seam because of the way the pictures are overlapping. So that works well. And I'm using it to map my photos. Now, if you pay really super close attention, I am missing a layer, and I'm okay with that. I didn't use a layer like the white cardstock to map the photos on. But I think I get enough layers. You tell me if you think differently. And I'll grab some other things out of my stash as well. When I found the purple, that's what was striking with not only the pictures, but the paper as well. And then I found those kind of aqua colors that are off to the right. And same thing. I was like, this just brings it all together. So this one is just from a random paper pad that I have. I'm going to use half of it, like you can see in the scrap lift for that. And then I will use that as a template for the bigger piece of the aqua paper, which is from that same Paper Studio paper pad that the purple one was from. So you can see me here. Um, and I meant to do it so the stripe was going on the left hand side, if that makes sense. And I cut it a different way, so it is coming from the right. And does it really matter? Absolutely not. So lining those up, and you will see that I have a similar problem. Like they don't line up exactly, but I can get it to look like they're lined up. And when you start layering things on top, you're not looking at the papers behind if to see if it's obviously not lined up or not. So I think I did a pretty good job. This ribbon, it is called Chiffon Ruffle Trim. It's from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off last week. And I don't know if I haven't looked at ribbon honestly, so I don't know if that kind of goes at the same time as all the paper crafting things are on sale, like that every other week thing. But I did find this fun chiffon ribbon, and it came in a couple different colors. One was maybe a bright pink, which I knew I wasn't going to get, but I think there was a white and a black. And oftentimes I will just go for it and get all those at one time knowing they're on sale. And I just restrain myself thinking, you don't really know if you're going to use this. And so when I saw that it matched with this layout, I wanted to get it on here right away. And instead of using like a border punch, I end up using the ribbon then. And the next time the ribbon's on sale, I would go back and get the black and the white because this is just fun. And you'll see how I use it in a moment. Here I'm not doing a great job of kind of matching up those corners, so I just move it a little bit so that at least the points are together on the top. Um, and like I said, you're not going to see that it's mismatched at all. I also got some pom-pom um, ribbon at that time as well. They're just tiny little pom-poms, and I got it on the off-white, like a linen color, because again, I didn't know if I was going to use it, and I've already used it on a layout, so I might be back to Hobby Lobby in 2 weeks to get more. So this is where I don't want to cover up so much of the papers. So I'm going to go down. You can see where it's sewed on either side here. So I'm going to go right down the middle so that I know that it's sewed together on either side. And it's really going to be a ruffle on that one side. And I'm going to use my Barely Art glue to lay down a little strip. I'll lay it down. And then I'm actually going to go on the top again and kind of go over the seam with some more glue just because I didn't know how well that was going to hold. And I even did, if you can see that I'm holding it there for a moment, but I just want to make sure it was secure. So I did go back with another kind of ribbon, if you will, ribbon of glue, just to make sure that it's held down. And this glue dries so nice and clear that you will not see it when it's dry. So I fixed my ring light and now already you can see it slipping and you can't see the bottom of the layout. I'm just so frustrated. So I'll keep working on that. But this is where I can pull out all the fun things from my stash and use them. I went into my purple stash. I went into my aqua stash. I was going to use one side of the title and it says the same thing on the other side. And so then I used the white side with the aqua writing and I'm pleased with how this turned out. And I'm just trying to stick it in the right spot underneath there so that it's layered in there. This is what life looks like as we're sitting outside in the rain. I want to make at least 2 clusters like she's got on her layout. And I want to put some purple into each of the embellishments, some of the aqua, and then a bit of gold. Um, I do have, so I don't know where I got these from. These are rather nothing recent. And I don't like to say old, rather nothing recent tags, and those really don't make it on the layout. This, yes, is a piece of chipboard. I was able to use all the rest of the chipboard. This is the only piece I have left from that collection, so that's going on there, a little bit of gold. And then you can see the circles off to the right. Those are Paper Studio. And I really got the inspiration from her clusters. She's got like a couple circular elements up in the left corner. She's got that flower that's circular on the bottom right. I have, these are some stuff that was just in my stash, these purple and kind of aqua flowers. So I'm going to use those in each of the clusters. And I do end up using that tag. I just use the top of it. I forgot about that. So one of the tags makes it on, but not the complete tag. Um, I use part of that chiffon ruffle trim to put through the tag, and that makes me super happy. Look at that. It's like just perfect there. We have it going right down the right side and then up on top as well in a bow. I love it. Okay, so the gold sticker goes up in the left corner, and I've got these flowers. At one time I was picking up every flower, like if someone had them at a craft table at a scrapbook event, or they were selling, or if a garage sale or whatever, I was getting all the florals because I thought, what goes better, I could put it on any layout. So I have lots and I'm trying to use them. And I'm layering them a lot. So there is Paper Studio flowers that go on here as well. This is a part that I got out of a paper pad. I'm sorry, it will go back up again when I realize that it's now slid down. But I will layer this chipboard flower along with a little Paper Studio flower. And I think about the only thing I have left to do after the flowers are some arrows. You can see some arrows in the right lower corner of the scrap lift that I'm doing. And then I have some of these gold stars that come from this American Craft sticker sheet. So here are the arrows. This was cut with a Cricut. And then I do have some that are from a sticker sheet. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. They seem to be getting not very sticky. I think they are Paper Studio arrows, but they're just fun. There's some black and some gold ones. And I think I'm finishing up here. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day. And please come back to see me tomorrow. I am going to be doing a stretch the sketch layout that will also be for off the board.